gonna.
And we're opening back up on the maniacal laughter of my players. Welcome to Barovian Nights, Curse of Strahd. I am your host, DM Misha, and these lunatics are my players. Some of them are in denial about the moose, but that's alright. We don't hold that against them. Anywho, last time on Barovian Nights, our lovely players were staying at an inn. Very, very, very nice inn. Nothing untoward happening with any meat pies whatsoever. And they managed to get a little bit of information from the women who were there, who appear to be the owners of the place. They spoke with Gallon, and he was able to sweet talk some info out of them. Grayson sat and listened in on a bunch of people's conversations. They saw a drunk guy fall off a chair and start raving about his sister. Lily glared daggers at Grayson and made herself a new doll with a lot more legs than it really should ever have. And a couple of people had some bad dreams.
Wait, with the owner of this place? I don't think I talked to the owner of this place.
You talked to the
Yeah.
women at the table.
Well, Grayson did.
Yeah, Grayson did.
I thought Gallon did, and he flirted with
Gallon was in the bath for like took a long rest and a bath.
Gallon did speak to the dude behind the counter when we first came in, but that was about it.
Okay.
I don't even remember what that conversation was.
Well,
I think it was more like, "Hey, what rooms you got?" Something
Oh
like
wait,
that.
that's right. Gallon talked to the little old lady who let you use her cart to get Lucius here to the place.
Yeah, that
That's
was
who
about
sweet
the
talked.
extent of the Gallon role play.
All right. Grayson
Betty went
talked.
to sleep.
Grayson talked to the three other ladies. Gallon flirted with the really old lady. Anyway,
Playful flirting. Playful flirting.
you break an
Uh-huh.
old woman's heart like that, dearie. But anyway, yeah, that's where we're picking. That's where we're picking up.
I think two characters need to make pie saving throws.
That is correct. One of those would be Lucius, and the other one is, I believe, Nocturna.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Let's get that pie.
So that's going to be two wisdom saving throws for us.
Wait, I need to make a wisdom saving throw?
Sorry, a constitution saving throw, actually. Constitution saving throw for the first pie.
Okay, let me...
Then wisdom? Let's go!
Oh, shot through the...
Lucius, you have some really nice, comforting sleep. You dream about being at a banquet with all the food that you could ever want before you. And sitting across from you, smiling happily, are Wilhelmina and Paige and Mina. And you all share a beautiful meal as a happy found family. And it's just a really good sleep. It's a really good contrast to everything else that's been happening in Barovia. Nocturna! You dream that you are in a very tight cage. The bars are rusted. There's bits of broken metal poking you every time you twitch. Your tiny hands, childlike hands, are clutching the bars of the cage as you peer through. You can see the shadowy silhouette of a gnarled looking humanoid reaching for another cage and a terrified child within. You see them wrenching the door open and dragging the screaming child over to the chopping block as you witness with horror the cleaver going up, down, up, down. The screaming stops a lot quicker than you thought it would. And then they come for you. The stream seems to go on forever as every single part of you is dismembered one by one. You are conscious all the while. The moss-stained teeth of the gleaming grin of the creature above you, bearing down with their terrible putrid breath over you as you lay screaming in pain upon the chopping block yourself. And you wake up in a cold sweat.
Almost reminds me of college.
Hmm.
Why did you learn to be so horrific? Damn.
I mean, I had
And that's
great...
why he went downstairs to drink.
Yup.
Yep. I mean, I had really good practice playing Plea all those years, you know?
Good point. Yeah, good point. Very good point.
Aaron, I messaged you.
Oh, yeah. Let me take a peek.
Yep.
Please let go of my headset.
You also didn't eat the pie, so you're fine.
Okay, thank you.
You didn't. You were like one of
Nope.
the people who specifically said you did not eat that.
Yes.
I
That's
think
meat.
Gallon had like a small bit of the pie, but not a lot. Like a slice, maybe two.
Well, if you ate some of it, you still need to make that con save.
No,
Yeah,
you
no,
did. You had a dream.
yeah.
He had a dream, and I had a dream.
Oh,
You
yeah,
told
that's
us
right.
after.
Did I have a dream?
Mhm.
I thought I succeeded the con throw. I don't remember.
I mean, everybody
You-
has a dream when they eat the pie. It's just some of the dreams are not so great.
Okay.
Yours had to do with being tied to a windmill, I believe.
Oh yeah, I vaguely remember my dream now. Vaguely.
Sounds like a normal dream.
Oh, also Nocturna, when you wake up,
It was 3 weeks.
you feel acute pains in the joints of your body where you know that meat cleaver slashed down, and you go to look. There's no marks, but when you touch it, it feels tender and sore.
I love Barovia. And then that was before we came downstairs from the last session, or?
Yep.
Okay.
I forgot to make you guys do that. It was my bad.
It's okay. That explains why he's drinking and why I had that awkward social situation of buying everyone around, but there's no one in the bar.
Yeah, that actually does explain a lot.
I've been obsessing about that for the last 3 weeks.
Well, I'm glad we could tie this
Now
loose
it's
end up.
lore canon.
Also, Lucy has to maybe make a nature check on the pie if he wants.
Well, Lucy actually had a really good dream. There's no reason to really
So no?
suspect the
Okay.
pie of doing
We were
anything
talking about
wrong.
how there was a conversation between Lucy and Lily.
And Mina about what
Things
taste
taste like.
Yeah. But were you discussing the pie?
No, but that was
This was in a death house.
Right.
Yeah, they explained to me, but it didn't connect, obviously.
hey, cool. That's fine.
Can I come downstairs?
Yeah, of course you can.
Yeah.
Alrighty, let me get your character up.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, Wilhelmina, you head downstairs. The only people still upstairs then would be Paige and Gallon and Lucius at this point. Lucius, you've been sleeping for a good long while, so you are fully rested if you wanted to wake up. And I believe Gallon was taking a bath.
Where?
If I remember correctly, I think you said I was just finishing with my bath and like ready to go downstairs because that's what I wanted to do.
Okie dokie then, yep, you go downstairs. Lucius, you're currently upstairs in a bed. Hold on, I'll show you what he looks like. There, you can see it.
Side note, can I just swap out one of my spells considering I'm assuming it's a long rest?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna swap.
At the start of the day after every long rest, you can spend a portion switching your spells around. You're a cleric, so you can actually do more than one. You can do as many as you like. You can switch out all of your known spells for if you want.
Oh, I need to do that for me. I
I'm
think
gonna
I
swap out
already
Brave Enfeeblement to slap and enhance ability.
did I do that already?
Which
Alright, let me get you up on the board, Gallon.
Okay, I did that
should just be able to
there.
drag it over, right? Ah, cool. Yep. Okay. Thank you. Done.
Excellent. And alright, cool. Alright, so Wilhelmina and Galen, you head downstairs. One of you still has wet hair from the bath that they had taken. And you see the barkeep kind of standing behind the bar, and was serving Nocturna.
Did Lucius take a bath yesterday? Because if not, he would like to take Galen's spot in the bath and, get himself nice and clean.
Yeah, I don't believe he did actually. I think you're the only person besides Paige who does not need a bath who has not taken one yet.
I know he doesn't need it, but just cause.
Go for it.
Stinky Lizard needs bath.
How do I rotate him again?
Do Dragonborn sweat?
That's a good
I don't
question.
think so.
If we
I don't
go
think
by
so
lizard
either.
rules, no.
I don't think scaled creatures sweat.
Okay, I'm sorry, I'm getting sidetracked, but
No, this needs to be
Full halt on the game.
Do dragons sweat?
Do dragons sweat?
Or just even lizards or snakes or anything with scales.
I don't believe that they have the ability to sweat, no.
Yeah.
They just open their mouths really wide.
That makes sense. So yeah,
A dragonborn doesn't need to sweat because a dragonborn breath weapon is equivalent to a dog panting. That doesn't really make sense, but okay.
Wait. So my acid breath is my sweat?
No, your acid breath somehow magically allows you to cool your body temperature.
So
or regulate your body temperature.
Acid on people,
I haven't
right?
used my acid breath in a bit, so let's just say that I'm stinky.
You were in the Hell House after all.
Yeah, we did not shower in the Hell House. We were like sweaty for like.
I mean, there
5
was
days. We did not
a
shower.
tidal wave of water that washed over us while we were trying to leave the basement. So I mean, that was kind of a bath.
Water, or was that blood? I remember a tidal wave of blood.
No, there was a tidal wave of blood in the top floor, but then there was also the blood going down the ladder. But there was water that went down the stairs.
Accurate.
Glad I'm a cleric so I can cure disease just in case.
Bloodborne pathogens.
We have our hepatitis vaccines. It's fine.
In Barovia, there are no vaccines. Anyway, do not want to dirty up the food supply.
I almost said something problematic. I'm glad I didn't.
They don't want to dirty up the food supply.
No.
Anyway, Wilhelmina and Galen, you go downstairs to the main area of the tavern. There are 3 women sitting and chatting in the corner. They've got cards. They're speaking amongst themselves. And Wilhelmina, you recognize the tongue that they are speaking because they are speaking your native tongue.
I'm going to go and ask if I can join in.
Alrighty, yeah, they're right over here at this table. So you step over and you, I assume, ask in Vistani?
Yes. Hello.
Oh, a sister in the trade. Ah, yes, come sit, darling. What can we do for you?
Is there any recommendations for where we might secure some supplies?
Oh, certainly. Bildrath is just down the road after all. Tell him Marie sent you. He will give you a good price.
Thank you, my dear. And how have things been?
Oh, says the one in the purple dress. It has been rambunctious of sorts. There's a group of people here who apparently escaped the death house.
Oh dear. That's quite the feat.
I know, but I'm just surprised they were caught in it to begin with. They must not be from the town itself.
Oh, I couldn't imagine to make such a ridiculous movement.
The one in the pink soiree kind of giggles, and she takes her cards and kind of fans them across her face and kind of just like makes a fanning motion with them. Yes, it was quite entertaining to hear about, no? But I'm very surprised they all made it out, let alone made it out at all. Any of them.
I haven't found anything to suggest that they all have. Maybe someone has been left aside.
Oh, you have information? And the one in the blue dress leans forward on her elbows, looking interested.
For a price, as always, my lady.
As always. How about we play a game for it? Yes?
Yes.
Yes. And she nods to the one in the purple dress, who begins to shuffle the cards, collecting the ones that her sisters had held. And she begins to shuffle it together and begins to deal. And it is a card game that you are quite familiar with. It's kind of a version of blackjack, only in this one, the Joker is the card that you want to hold, and the cards themselves are actually tarot cards.
Oh, perfect.
So the cards are dealt out, and go ahead and just roll me a D100 really quick.
All right. Nope. What do I do?
/ROL space D100.
Ah.
Okie dokie.
Trying to do?
I just texted you. You haven't missed much.
Wait, what happened? Oh,
Notice.
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 Notice me
Viewers,
We
saying
didn't do that, actually. We didn't do the
Nope, he
being
did
And
not.
you're
played
never
by...
going to explain. Thanks.
Well, I think you should order them so you can get them soon.
Alright, so the cards you are dealt are 3. You receive 2 face down and 1 face up. The one that you receive that is face up is the soldier. The other women each place one of their cards face up and the other 2 face down on the table. And as you look out amongst them, you see one has the trader, one has the merchant, and one has the beggar. And they are
Okay.
respectively, just to give you some numbers there, one has a 3, one has a 4, and one has a 6. And your card is valued at a 3.
Okay.
And
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
and the one in pink, she looks at the card that she has been dealt, which is the trader, and she clicks her tongue, and she puts a single silver piece in the center of the table. The one who has gotten the merchant nods, and she puts 2 silver pieces in the center of the table. And the one who got the beggar puts 1 copper piece in the middle, making a slight face. And they look at you.
I will place 1 silver on the table.
Okie dokie. Alright, now it's time to turn over the first card. Go ahead and roll 1d10. Alright, So now you have a 4 and a 3 showing for a grand total of 7. The woman in pink turns over her next card, which is the Necromancer. So now she has 11. The woman in purple turns over the Miser. So she now has 12. And the woman in blue turns over the Illusionist. So she now has 13.
I will throw in a bronze.
So they don't have bronze, but copper, I think, is what you would have.
Copper.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
You throw in a copper. Okay, the one in pink ups hers by another silver piece. The one in purple ups hers by a copper, and the one in blue ups hers by a silver. And then you turn over the final card. Go ahead and roll me another d10. Okay, and that would make it 15 total for you. Okay. And the one in pink turns over the Elementalist. It's 5 more. The one in purple turns over the Evoker. And the one in blue turns over the Miser. And she's the one who takes the pot, grinning and reaching out and pulling the coin towards her. A good
Congratulations.
A good handle played, yes, thank you. But I think for a game you have bought information, of course.
Oh, well, of course. I have heard that, leaning closer, of course, that they had left behind a body of someone named Prudence who had been left in the house. If you were to mention that name, you would see them sneer. It's unmentionable at this point. So I believe that they had made a choice in that house. And I'm curious to see what this party will do.
And the woman arches a brow in interest, and she's like, gracious. One of their
Delicious,
own?
is it not?
Extremely so, my dear. Where did you come by such wonderful knowledge?
Oh, you just listen, as do I.
This is true. Well, for your listening ears, I have a present, sister to sister. And she leans forward and she whispers quietly, I have heard that the daughter of the burgomaster is favored by he who lives in the castle, and he has been visiting her most every night. Her brother, and she nods at the drunk that you had to step over to get to their table, who is currently snoozing on the floor. Her brother has been drinking himself silly, worrying over her and his newly dead father.
He has nothing to worry. It is out of his control now. I wish I could say that I was surprised by that news, but the Burgermeister will do what he wishes.
I think you may have misunderstood what she told you. So she told you the burgomaster's dead.
Yes, he who may not be named.
Yeah, burgomaster. Yeah, the burgomaster himself is dead. She just told you that, and she also told you that the drunk dude on the floor is his son,
Brother.
and that the burgomaster's daughter is currently being visited by the dude who lives in the castle, who you know as Strahd.
Yes. Yeah. All right. So, I have some time here. I'll play some more with you, ladies. And then I shall go shopping, I suppose.
Yes, of course. Bildrath is a tight fist with the coin, so you may have to be a little bit forceful with that name drop, darling.
No problem.
Excellent. So you go on to play a few more casual hands with the ladies, unless you wish to bet they're not going to force you to, and it's more like casual, getting to know your own kinsman kind of play.
Yes, please.
Excellent. And you talk and you chat and probably talk about their own family who's probably in the caravan that you come from. When they learn who you are, they're probably very cordial and interested in, the latest gossip and whatnot. So you're going to spend a good time, catching up, as one does with family. We're going to switch it over to Gallon. What do you do when you come down from the bath?
About what time is it right now? Can I tell?
It is
Like dusk,
mid-afternoonish.
Afternoon. Okay. Is there someone sitting with Grayson over here?
There is currently no one sitting with Grayson. Lily, however, is at a table facing Grayson. They are currently having a staring match in which Grayson is grinning his head off, if I remember correctly, and Lily is glaring while hugging her new doll.
Okay.
Pretty much.
He'll make his way over to Grayson's table. Actually, who does he want to talk to? He kind of wants to talk to both of them equally. Shit. Coin flip, aka dice roll. Okay. I'm gonna go over to Lily and sit down. It's like, oh, hello,
Hello.
little one.
Hello.
How has your morning, afternoon been?
Grayson and Nocturna were whispering to each other. They keeping secrets.
Oh no.
Also,
Oh,
that guy
really?
fell off his chair.
I turn around and look. Like, yeah, it sure seems he has.
Can you read magic?
Sometimes.
And she's gonna pull out one of the scrolls and be like, "Do you know what this says? I've been having a hard time reading this. Don't show it to Grayson."
Okay, well, let me take a look. And he's gonna take a look, and I'm guessing that's gonna be an Arcana check.
It is going to be an Arcana check, yes.
All right. I need to have confidence in my dice. That's all. Just confidence in my dice. They're gonna roll well.
If you just
Or not.
believe.
That's a 10.
Good job.
It's double digits with the modifier. That's all I can ask for right now.
It's a 10 total?
Yes.
Yeah, looks like they're magical. Also looks like, whatever magic they are, they're not the kind that you, Gallon, are used to learning.
She just gave me one. It's like, is there any others do you have?
Yeah, I got 2 more. Hold on, let me find them. And she digs through and pulls out 2 more. And it's like, they don't make any sense to me.
Well, let me take a look here, and looks at the other one.
I try again with that first one.
Sure, you can go for it.
Do I get advantage because I have comprehend languages on?
No, it's not a language barrier. The kind of magic that it contains is not one that you are normally used to casting. Yeah, no, that is not gonna do it.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, this is not a language barrier.
Scrolls.
You just don't understand. You know what the symbols are. You just don't understand what spell they're trying to convey and cast because it's not one that you would normally, be able to do in your studies. That's why you don't know what it is.
Okay. This one's actually decent. This one is an unnatural 20.
Okay, so the second one, it takes a while for you because, again, it's not a kind of magic that you are familiar with or normally going to cast. But after a while, you are able to sort of suss out that it might be able to cast, and this is only because you know the symbol for poison, because you can cast some poison-based spells, or rather, you know of poison-based spells that you could learn. This might be protection from poison.
Okay.
It takes you a while to decipher it, though, because again, it's not a school of magic that you normally dabble in.
What does it say?
This one, you're right, these are very difficult to read. I couldn't really make sense of the first one, but this one, it's focused around poison, but it seems it is able to protect whoever uses the spell. Well, actually, let me look up the spell, see if it's self or target.
So it's target. Protection from poison is target. Um, but you do know that you personally do not have the ability to use this scroll.
Ah, okay.
Because in order to use a spell scroll, it has to be a spell that you could potentially learn at a later time. I don't believe protection from poison
Okay.
is one of the spells that a sorcerer can learn.
Nope. But apparently, above game, 3 of our party can do it.
I know that. You just haven't
I
asked.
don't know that yet. I'm assuming my character doesn't know that yet.
Nope. You also haven't asked really anybody of opposing magics to look at them yet.
Oh yeah, no, I'm sure.
So.
Oh, okay, I see. And so yeah, this seems to be able to protect whoever is touched by the caster from poison for a period of time. But even with understanding what this is, I don't think I can cast this scroll or use this scroll. Maybe somebody else might be able to use it. I've seen you've cast a couple of spells. Are you able to use this?
I have no idea. I couldn't even read it until you explained what it said. I'll have to look into it. Here, read this one.
She hands you the
That's
third
another.
spell scroll.
Okay. That brings up another question I have. If it is a spell that the class can cast, do we still need to make a roll on it or no?
Yeah, but it's a much lower DC. It's a much lower DC. You mean to figure out what's on the scroll?
Okay.
You mean to figure out what's on the scroll, or to cast
that was
the
just
spell?
me not knowing the mechanics on that.
Do you mean to figure out what's on the scroll, or do you mean to cast the spell?
To figure out.
Yeah, but it's just if you're of a class that can use it, I use a much lower DC on that.
Okay, cool. So I will roll. And that's cocked. And that's a natural 1.
Oh, pardon me for 1 second.
You accidentally read the one wrong word, and then a dragon stumbles in from a different dimension.
No, what just happened? What did I just do?
If a dragon shows up, you're on your own. I'm in the bathtub. I am currently taking a shower.
Sorry guys, pardon me. Just had my nightly freak out that I had forgotten to bring the dog inside, but it's fine. He's there, right there. Like.
God damn it! You scared us.
Sorry. I scared me, if it helps.
It does help a little bit, thank you.
Good. But anyway, you said natural 1?
Yeah, you said hold on immediately after I said that and scared the shit out of us.
Well, I mean, you're not
Out
actually...
Out of me.
You're not actually casting magic right now. You're just trying to figure out what it was. However, as you kind of pore over this scroll and kind of run your finger along it, the tiniest little spark of holy energy kind of zaps your finger and deals 1 point
Of course it does.
of damage.
If you weren't a sinner, that wouldn't have hurt.
How?
Dang.
Lily kind of
Hey,
grabs it and
Hey,
pulls it away and goes.
if you've reached my age, there's no such thing as a pure soul.
This is why I'm playing a death cleric, to make sure nobody's a sinner. No, I'm kidding. That got dark.
Subtract that. And it's just damn.
Lily's like, "Did you get a paper cut? Is there blood?"
Vampire Lily confirmed.
I thought that was already.
Can I? That can't. I don't think Gallon's aware of it yet, or is he? I can't remember if Gallon's aware yet.
In front of everyone when Prudence got shanked.
She kind of did.
Oh,
I guess insight
yeah,
though
that's
to
right.
connect the dots. He might have just.
Yeah, because
A lot
like
of things were happening.
the fuck.
Luke just saw it, but like he hasn't thought about it since because shit hit the fan so fast, and then he's like, something must have happened. I don't know what, but something.
Okay, at least this is a chaos die. That was a natural 19 for a 19.
She seems real interested in that blood. Far more interested than maybe a little girl should be.
No, I'm fine. There's definitely something of a more magical nature.
Don't break those scrolls.
I'm not trying to. I just can't read them.
Really hard.
This one was maybe a little unstable.
Jeez.
Maybe one of them more learned individuals can decipher these. What about your friend that we met, that you were with when we first met you?
I guess she knows magic.
Everybody just completely ignores Nocturna at the bar.
Lily kind of looks over towards the steps because she wants to see if Paige is coming and sees Nocturna and goes, "Nocturna, come here!"
He's on like his 4th glass of wine, just lifts his head off the bar and stumbles over.
There's no light in Nocturna's eyes.
Can you read this?
Hands the scroll that just sparked at me towards you.
Do I need to roll for that?
Yeah, we're just rolling Arcana check.
What the hell is my... Oh, that's my character sheet. Arcana?
Mm-hmm.
Arcana. Oh
Arcana.
boy.
Which one did you hold up to him, Lily? The Sparky one?
No, Gallon held up the Sparky one.
Okay, the Sparky one. Yeah, Nocturna, you know what that spell is. That's spiritual weapon. It's a scroll of spiritual weapon.
Oh, I know that spell. Yeah, mate, I know what this is. It's lets you conjure a magic boom boom.
I mean...
Hey, what about this one?
Oh. I'm too tipsy to read.
Which one are you shoving at him? The one that neither of you could decipher?
I assume so because I handed that back to Lily.
Go ahead and make another Arcana check for me, Nocturna.
Wow.
They normally would be made with advantage because of your class, but you are drunk, so the lines blur before you, and you can't seem to stop swaying enough to focus on them.
I'm guessing none of them were my class then, and if I didn't have advantage?
No.
Okay.
I got nothing, Lily.
Okay, thank you.
So
Blinks one eye and then the other.
What? You're not a chameleon, you're a changeling, motherfucker.
I think your eyes are broken. But they worked for a minute there. I wonder if that tells us what this is. Maybe it's a word scrambler spell.
Girl with blindness.
Oh god.
Nocturna's just gonna hand it back, shrug his shoulders, and then go sit over here and try to.
Speaking of blindness, how's our naked dragonborn doing?
Give me 1 second.
I have to go a little bit AFK. I'll be right back.
Okay, never mind.
He fell asleep in the bathtub.
He fell asleep in the bathtub. Fine. What's Paige up to? I know that she was told to guard Lucius, but what's Paige doing?
Paige is pretty much just guarding Lucius. She's got her orders. She's assuming that her child ward is safe, and until she hears something that she should be concerned about, she's gonna keep guarding.
Alrighty then. Well, then back downstairs we go since Lucius says AFK'd in the bathtub. Not at all concerning.
Well, technically, Lily said make sure Grayson doesn't go in there, and try to kill them. But if you know Grayson is downstairs, Paige might also be able to logically think, I can go downstairs and keep an eye on Grayson because he's the one that I'm trying to protect the other ones from. If that made any sense. In case you wanted to go downstairs.
But she also knows that Grayson, you don't have to worry about Grayson.
Speaking of Grayson, what the fuck are you doing while all this is happening?
Now that they're no longer having a staring contest, Grayson is gonna go to the bar and get more to drink. And he's actually going to chat up the bartender a little bit over his lovely drink. And he goes, I'm sorry, I'm not very good with names. What was yours again?
It is Arik. It is alright. It is very forgettable.
Oh, you're not a forgettable person. I'm just not very good with names. I'm a killer of monsters, so I don't interact with humans very often unless they're telling me a direction to go to kill a monster.
Understandable. But yes, you wanted another? Yes?
Yes, another, please. This is a very interesting town you guys got here.
Oh, yes. It most certainly is, sir. And he pours you another. I believe you were drinking wine? Question mark. Sorry, what was that?
Bourbon, something like that. I think it was
that's right.
bourbon whiskey.
It was
a hard liquor.
It was bourbon because he had a bottle of bourbon but not whiskey, or rather a keg of bourbon but not whiskey. So yeah, he gets you another bourbon.
Wilson, of course, thanks him and pays him remind me how much that was so I can deduct it.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I said the price so I can deduct it.
Oh, yeah, that would be 10 silver or 1 gold.
Okay. Grayson, well, very much thank him. Thank you very, very much for this. Does your town often get visitors like us?
Not very often. Not from wherever you all are from. We sometimes get visitors from other towns in the area, but not usually colorful people such as yourselves.
Yeah, we're not from around here. Clearly. Actually, I'm not quite sure where I'm from, but, yeah, any other recent people show up like us, or?
Not that I know of. I have not seen any like yourselves. There have been a few from Wallachia and a couple of other towns in the area, but none that None that scream not Barovian such as yourself.
Yeah, definitely not Barovian. Well, thank you very much for the drink and the information. I'm not very much to talker. My companions kind of are ostracizing me a little bit right now.
Well, they seem kind of oddballs if you ask me. You're the you and he gives a nod at Wilhelmina, who's sitting having a very lovely conversation in a completely different language with 3 women at a table. You and her so far are about the most normal.
Sounds about right. Hopefully, the lizard man we have upstairs doesn't scare the others.
Oh, they will be absolutely terrified, but once we explain that it is just his curse and not the actual evil shapeshiftery goopla, then I am sure that it will be
Racism!
Yes, blatant racism, actually. You're welcome. As soon as we explain to everyone that it is not actual like shapeshifter lizard man and or mongrel folk, and it is just cursed, they will be more understanding. A lot of people are not exactly the most fortunate when it comes to curses from witches.
Yeah, curses can be a tough thing. Thank you so much again. Grayson will go back to drinking his drink. He's kind of done with the conversation. But then it dawns on him that he needs to tell Lucius the cover story, and he heads upstairs.
Alright, Grayson, you head upstairs.
Also, while after we were figuring out the scrolls, I would have kept talking to Lily. So it was like, when we were in that house, you mentioned you wanted to learn one of the spells I used.
Yes, I want to learn all the spells. All spells are fun. I want to learn all of them. I wasn't so sure about that acid breath thing, but I think I got a way I could do it.
Okay. I don't know about acid breath myself either. That seems quite painful, even if I were to try to use it. At least I assume so. I don't know. But yeah, I just recently learned a interesting trick that should be fun. An idea came to mind. But yeah, maybe if there's any time, I could try to spend some time showing you how to create a knife out of thin air, and you can just hurl it at somebody.
That'd be fun. That's almost like what this scroll was, because that's what Nocturna said, that we could make a magical boom boom.
Yeah, I was confused by that. Usually I've heard people refer to that with this little trinket I got, and shows the gun. But yeah, I was confused by that. Never heard of these being created using magic.
Technically, the spiritual weapon can look like anything when it materializes. While you ruminate over that, coming up the stairs with a creak and a groan, Paige, you see the form of Grayson appear at the top of the staircase. Yeah, Lily does not notice, not with a 10.
Lily's too normal.
Paige is gonna look at Grayson and offer a subtle nod and I trust things are going well downstairs.
I guess everyone's Lily and Galen are talking, and Wilhelmina's talking in some weird language to other people who speak the local language, it sounds like to me. I need to talk to Lucius and tell him his cover story, though. Otherwise, we might be chased out of town with pitchforks.
Life is like a hurricane. Open, open, so water, everything.
In that case, wait
We
here.
need a mixtape from Lucius now.
And as Paige tells Grayson to wait, she's gonna just go dip straight into the bathroom.
Lucius, without even a knock on the door, Paige opens and steps into the bathroom.
She stares at him with a blank expression, just says, Lucius, your presence is required when you are no longer indisposed.
The second Lucius sees Paige, he poses in the bathtub. He's like, well, hello. If you want, I can have an audience with you right now.
Jesus Christ!
Paige is just gonna stare at him for a minute, and you can hear this quiet whirring sound. Then you hear a click, and she just says, "Incompatible," and she closes the door.
Oh God!
I love the meme too.
Lucius,
404
take
not
5
found.
psychic damage. I'm joking.
Lucius immediately goes back to singing the second she closes the door. Life is like a hurricane in the bathtub. It's open.
So what happens now is Paige goes back to the other door, opens it for Grayson, and gestures for him to come in and says, "He is nude and indisposed. Do not harm him, or I will be forced to harm you. But carry out your orders." She seems. Yeah, the robot equivalent of flustered.
Error.
Overheated.
Error.
Overheated.
Error.
You're overheating right now.
Grayson kind of rubs his
Starting to
temple.
overheat, I hear.
Oh my
Oh God.
Grayson kind of rubs his temple and he goes, "You know I'm not dangerous. You and I both know that doll needed to go." Sadly, I wasn't strong enough to do him one jab. But yes, I will not hurt the dragon. In fact, I'm pretty sure I saved him from being possibly killed, and the rest of us attacked.
Be that as it may, the youngest has given me an order.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna escort him.
Grayson is just gonna open the door. He's just gonna walk in.
This time it's
You know what?
Paige and Gray.
Into me taking a bath too.
Sorry?
Lucius immediately stops singing when he sees the door open. And we're like, okay.
What? No pose for Grayson?
It's a different pose. Like before, he was like lying down in like a welcoming way. Now he has like legs crossed, like he's like in a business meeting.
What?
That's so racist.
From Johnny
Grayson, I
Bravo to
understand.
Ron Burgundy.
Lucius,
Grayson,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I had to bother you here in the bathroom, but when you were passed out, I may have told them that you were under a curse and that's why you were scaly, because they thought you were a mongrel folk.
A mongrel? What? And a scaly what?
They thought you were a monster and wanted you dead, so I told them you were a human under a curse, and that's why you have scales.
Don't worry, I remembered the racist children. I was thinking the same thing. That if the children are racist, the adults are gonna be much, much worse.
Okay, good, because I don't want you harmed or chased out of town or anything like that, so if anyone asks, you're cursed to look like this.
Listen, I want
Cursed
you to
with
know that
stellar good looks. Ugh.
I understand, and I want to say, and I thank you. I understand that you've helped when I was a bit under, and I know Lily's giving you a hard time, but you know,
Trying to
she'll
murder her
get
best
over it.
friend and all.
She'll get over it eventually. She is just a child.
You also need to put like a good step forward yourself, because or else nothing's gonna change. Because you know how grudges can be. So I would say don't try to explain it, but try to be apologetic towards it. I know you didn't trust Prudence. Prudence did help, and Prudence was a friend. I understand why you did what you did. I understand your beliefs, and I stand who you are. But sorry. But you also have to understand Lily's beliefs and whatnot. Even though she is a child, she still has her own way of thinking and her own way of believing things.
Felix, you were trying to say something?
Yeah, at some point in there, Paige would have, stepped up behind Grayson. Lucius would have bravo posed again, and she would have.
Lucius like sees Paige, immediately puts a towel around, and then stands.
Now he has towel on. The whole time talking to Grayson, no towel.
He had his legs crossed.
I'm pretty sure if we're going with like
stop bursting into this bathroom and then let me clothe myself.
I'm pretty sure if we're going by lizard anatomy for sweat, the same can be said of genitalia, in which currently you should be smooth down there, Lucius, with nothing at all for anybody to see, regardless.
Pretty much. Anyway, it's the courtesy, it's the etiquette. It's the etiquette.
Anyway.
Exactly, it's the etiquette. That's what Lucius is more concerned about. Is
the illusion. The illusion.
So, Paige approaches behind Grayson, and she's just gonna interject with, "I asked him to destroy Prudence. It was in the interest of saving my young ward and the rest of us. If anyone is to blame, it is me."
But Lucius turns his back towards them for a second, looks up into the ceiling, and says, "I'm not going to dwell on it. It's a moment in the past. It was not every time all the right decisions are made, and not every time everyone agrees with the right decision."
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just. I will take the blame for Lily. I do not need her hating anybody else. It is fine.
But
it is a burden you do not.
I enjoy traveling with each and every one of us, and I would prefer it if we all got along. I will work on Lily, have her come around, while I also need you to also work on Lily, Grayson, because
she needs at least a day to mourn.
Trying, then she'll just you're more cold and distant.
I've been playing a little game with her all day. It's fine. I'm giving her at least a day to mourn.
She's been playing a game with her. Okay.
This is quality time with Grayson. Quality time with Uncle Grayson.
God.
He played the glare game all morning.
Speaking.
That's good. Lily loves games. She's very fun-loving. You know what? I'm no longer worried about anything about this because
it's all right.
Austin may have to
lost sound again. They've got to reset.
Yeah, I noticed. That's why I stop my monologue.
But also, I see that you're trying to exit into the girls' room instead of your room, which is where Paige and Grayson currently are located. It is where your room is.
Oh, I wasn't trying to exit. In fact, I want them to leave so I can continue showering.
Okay.
Yeah. No, Paige will oblige. She leaves. What she was trying to say to Grayson. What she was trying to say to Grayson was, if you want to continue to bear the burden of the blame, fine, but I will tell her when you're ready to release that burden.
he'll reply with saying, "Give her a day or two to mourn before we even bring anything up to her about it. Let her be angry. Let her take her anger out on me. It'll be fine."
A day or
As you
two.
I have
wish, he says,
I have
and
killed plenty of monsters, and some of which were disguised as loved ones. I can take the blame.
as you wish, and then Paige is gonna turn and leave Naked Lizard and Grayson to their
To do-
own
to do
devices.
their
I
As
don't know.
Paige
They can probably
leaves,
it's
Lucius
contradicting
looks at
independent
her,
thought.
eye contact, and then winks.
Jesus Christ.
Grayson is just gonna look at Lucius and then look at the fleeing automaton and look back at Lucius and go, "Dude,
Lucius like, pretend like he doesn't understand. He's like, "Yeah, what's up?"
I'll tell you what's up. You have a husband downstairs.
Oh my god.
He simple for a second and he goes, "What? I'm pretty sure she's not interested. She's yeah. And two, aren't you married to the healer?"
when did...
Wait.
I like how it's not even a name.
Wolf boy?
Wolf
Like,
boy?
we have
Oh yeah, Wolf Boy!
Lucius just looks at him and says he has a name. It's Wolf Boy.
Lucius is more Nina right now.
What was?
I said Lucius just thinks that he's talking about Wilhelmina right now.
God damn it.
Even after, wait, what, did Paige actually say he has a name? It's Wolf Boy.
No.
Oh.
I really wish. No, Paige just kind of stares at him and says, "I think your eyes are broken," and then she's gonna leave.
Oh, I'm loving all of this.
Both Lucy and Nocturna eyes are broken, yeah?
Oh
Go downstairs, take a seat next to Lily, and consider her life choices.
I feel like the broken eye thing might have been somehow transmittable.
It's in the wine. It's in the alcohol.
Grayson's like, "I'm gonna let you get dressed. I hope you enjoyed your bath despite I interrupted, and your bed. I'm gonna go back downstairs and continue drinking. Thank you for this lovely conversation. Remember, cursed."
I was cursed, unfortunately cursed. That is why I look like this. I was once a very handsome traveler who met this witch that I rejected, and she cursed me. Yeah.
And he's just talking in the bathroom, and Grayson is downstairs at that point. And
Okay,
he's just talking to himself.
Like building up his backstory with very specific details.
And then suddenly it's like a tragic, just like star-crossed lover situation where no, it wasn't that witch who cursed me. It was her sister because she was jealous of our love. And then once I became this hideous beast, the person that I thought I loved just didn't love me anymore. So it wasn't really true love. And then she went out with my brother, that bitch. And then
Was with a soap opera theme this week.
That's a
and
good
my
point.
evil twin, Ricardo.
Draconius the 23rd.
Ricardo.
Yeah, Ricardo is the 23rd.
24th. Ho ho, because he's my younger brother.
Also, Lily, was about to run up the stairs when she was like, Paige came down and she didn't know where Grayson was, and then Grayson came down and she was just like, "I need to keep an eye on him," and just sits there and is just staring at him like, "I let him out of my sight. Oh no."
I mean, Lily, how do you know that he didn't kill him while she was upstairs?
She's gonna look at Paige and is like, "Is he okay?"
This party is.
Paige is gonna gently set a hand on Lily's shoulder and say, Yes, he's fine. Currently indecent, but fine. I do not think you have much to worry in regards to Grayson hurting your friends. At least from
Lily
this
looks
point.
at her slightly confused and goes, "Where is decent?"
Decent is not a place. Decent describes a state of being in which you can either. In which you usually regain. In which you usually gain ridicule from others.
Was he making fun of Lucy? And points to
Uh,
Grayson. Is that why he is in the decent?
Gallon will lean forward over the table and whisper, like, she means he was wearing his birthday suit.
He has a suit?
I knew that was coming, but I
Paige
still
looked-
laughed anyway.
Paige looks at Alan and gives him an expression of that's why I didn't say that. She's gonna look over at Lily. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, that's I knew that's what that was when I was a kid.
Did
know
you
it's
live in an
wrong.
orphanage with a bunch of people who didn't talk to Lily?
Yeah, Lily hasn't. You were possibly, besides Wilhelmina and a couple of Vistani who don't really have anything to fear from her, you are probably the only adult figures who've wanted to spend more than 5 minutes in her presence without threatening her.
Jesus.
And now I'm sad.
Like, damn, like, well, maybe Gallon doesn't know that in character yet, so he, shit.
Yeah, I don't think he does know that in character yet. I don't think any
Yeah.
of you know that in character, except for maybe Wilhelmina, but only if Lily's actually talked to her about it.
Also, Lily, if no one stops her, is probably going to run upstairs to try to see Lucy's suit.
No. Paige will actively pick Lily up by the armpits and just hold her up and say,
Okay,
what
Lily.
indecent means is that he is naked and not wearing any clothing at the moment, which is not something you, as a child, needs to see.
Why didn't you just say that in the first place?
It is something about human etiquette not to discuss such things. I do not understand it myself, but
And I trying to roll a perception check. Oh, did we lose him? Nocturna?
Perception.
Perception.
Oh, hey, I'm actually decent at that. And it doesn't matter.
No, you're not.
Naked dragon boyfriend in the bathtub upstairs, but you have no idea what's going on. This wine is super fucking awesome.
Unconscious on the table.
I just referred to it as a birthday suit because that's what I was told to call it when I was a kid.
I don't know where you came from, but that's a weird way of saying naked.
Generally, so to imply it was what you were wearing on the day of your birth. Paige looks equally confused as she sets Lily down.
Yes, yes.
How do you know what you were wearing when you were born?
You must have an excellent memory.
Exactly. Thank you.
Huh. Hey, can you read the scroll?
Paige, go ahead and make an Arcana check. I think this actually is on the I think this actually is on your spell list. Let me double check.
Oh my fucking god.
Well, doesn't matter. Never mind.
Never once in my life I thought I would have gotten that close to the birds and the bees conversation in D&D.
Oh my god. I can't.
I'm weak right now.
Just the voice getting farther and farther away.
Can you tell me more about the drunkard?
I could also just do that.
Yes, I can tell you more about the drunkard. He.
Oh, we just have the cheat sheet for freaking magical items.
Oh look,
Right there.
identify. Yeah, this is a scroll of bless.
Yeah, I'm gonna ritual cast identify. It's a scroll of bless. A page explains what the crap bless is.
Cool. Alright, well that's going on. Wilhelmina, you look over at the gentleman on the ground, and you are vaguely familiar with him actually, just because you have passed through here more than one occasion. And that particular individual has, upon occasion, done trade with your caravan. That is the son of the burgomaster, for sure. His clothing, while fine and very richly embroidered, is kind of somber. He is wearing all blacks, despite what his token currently looks like, with silver trim, and the elbows are kind of worn where the velvet has been used many times before to prop them up. He is currently lying on the ground, snoring up a storm with a puddle of vomit next to him.
Okay. Can I ask you, ladies, do you know anything more that may attach myself to the hereafter Burgermeister, as I'm currently unattached, and it is always good to make use of a tragedy.
To clarify, are you asking them for details on how to get that dude to marry you?
Yep.
What's going on?
I'm sorry, what was your answer, Wilhelmina?
I want to know what they know about him.
Yes,
Okay,
yes. She
but-
said yes.
Okay, cool. Alright, well...
It's a soap opera evening.
Excellent, yeah, we're going with it. We are going with it. The one with the violet dress kind of leans over across the table and goes, well, he does really love his sister. And if you want to...
Red flag.
Not
Red
that
flag.
way, motherfucker! So
We've seen enough anime to know differently.
not that way, although technically it's an adoptive sister. But anyway,
Red flag. Red flag.
There's a website for that.
no.
Red flag
Stop.
part 2.
Look, let's get back into this. So he is really attached to his sister. And if she is in trouble and somebody helps her, he might be endeared to that person.
I appreciate it. I may for assistance in the future, but for now, I appreciate your gossip as always, ladies.
Oh,
And I will like to.
oh, you come back anytime. Oh, but one thing. You said your name was Wilhelmina, yes?
Yes.
Yes. We did have one thing for you, without charge, of course. Madame Eva says to meet her at the usual campsite, whenever it is that you end up leaving the village. She said there is no rush. She will be there whenever you get there.
This is expected. Thank you very much.
As, of course, darling, we have to look after each other after all. No one else will.
Yes, I would like to go and talk to the drunkard.
Excellent. You walk over to the drunkard, who is right here, actually, in the middle of the floor. Yeah, Right there.
Ah, okay, there we go.
Yep, he is sleeping currently, storing up a storm.
Yes. I would like to clean the vomit up.
You prestidigitation that right out of there, and he looks shiny, sparkly new.
Thank you.
Mr. Steal Your Girl is ready to take another one of Lucius' prospects away from him.
He's lucky I'm naked up here in a bathtub with in a racist town where I can't show my face.
Can I try to wake him up?
Certainly you can. So what do you do to try to wake him up?
Just shake him and say, "Sir."
What are you doing? I don't have any money.
I'm not requesting anything from you, sir.
He immediately asks for money and he's the one passed out at a bar floor.
Oh, I thought he thought she was a hooker.
Oh my god.
That might have been what he thought, yes.
It is a bar.
He might also have thought that she was coming to collect his tab. But he's like, what? I'm on the ground. Kind of sways to his feet, grabbing the bar stool, pulling himself upright. Does you push me?
No, sir.
Oh. Sorry. They'll start over. Yes. Hello. How are you?
Hello. Hi, my name is Wilhelmina. I am recently in this area, but I've known of you for some time. I do apologize. I've only just heard of the sorrowful news of your father. I give my endless sorrows for that. And you know that
You are dancing in and out, Wilhelmina.
oh really?
Yeah, your signal not the greatest right now. Last thing I heard from you was endless sorrows.
Yes, for your father.
Well, I thank you for that. He was good man, stupid man, but good man. Good for this town. He kept it safe-ish. Not really, but I mean, you do the best you can when you're surrounded by fucking vampires, right?
Of course.
Right. Who are you again?
Yes. I'm
Just
Wilhelmina.
Wilhelmina. You have a kind face, Wilhelmina, and he pats you on the shoulder, like that too hard pat that drunk guys have.
Sir, I have come into contact with a group of individuals who are fire. I have heard that your sister needs assistance, and I believe my group may be able to assist you.
Oh, yes, Irina. Poor Irina. It's such a mess what's going on there. Yes, she's... My father thought he could handle it. He was very wrong! And he shouts towards the window as though yelling at someone in the distance. Very wrong. And now she's in more danger than ever. I need to find someone who can take her to Vallaki.
I know the land quite well, as do my peers. Is there some sort of plan that you have for saving your sister?
Yes, she's sitting duck here. There is church in Vallaki. She'd be safe there. It's the only place he can't go. It's the only safe place. She needs to go there. She'll be safe there. He emphasizes safe with another pat on your shoulder every time he says the word.
I I believe that I will be able to in that if you
You're
will
you're bugging
trust
out
me.
again, Lindsay.
I don't know why.
I don't know
I
either.
don't know why. I believe my group will be able to assist you in that.
That is good. If you do that, I can pay you. I can pay you to take her to Valaki safely. If you,
We,
I can't find anybody
we
else
will,
willing to go against him. But if you will do this, then I will pay you. Pay you.
yes, definitely, yes, sir. Um, how is it that, how's this then? How about we meet tomorrow and I will bring my party and you can see how we are as a group.
Oh, the racism's gonna lose us the job.
All right. That is good. I need to get Arena packed anyway. So that'll be a battle and a half. She doesn't want to leave, but she needs to go. She needs to go there as soon as possible.
If you could then, sir, go on your way and see that she is packed and ready for tomorrow. I will see that my party is ready to meet you as well.
Okie dokie. I will. I'll see you. And
Yes,
tomorrow, bright and early. Oh, not bright, but definitely early. Yes,
yes, right after first dawn.
first dawn. Yes. Who are you again?
Wilhelmina.
Wilhelmina. William.
You,
Mina. Good.
you can call me Mina.
Mina. That is good name. I like that name. That is good name. You are good. You're a good person. Thank you, Mina. Irina will like Irina and Mina. Ha ha ha.
Yes, 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 yes.
That's good. That's good. Okay. Tomorrow at dawn, you will come. We will see, and then you will take Irina to Falaki. If you're good, and take Irina
Yes,
to Falaki. Good. Yes, good. Okay, I'm going to go to bed now. Yeah.
yes. Back at home. Back
Yeah.
at home.
Yeah. Mm,
Uh, I am going to go upstairs. I'm going to go to my room and I'm going to use my magic tooth to talk to Paige.
Also, yes, they know of the sun, but some people think it to be a myth since none of these people have ever seen it, except for the Vistani.
Oh wow.
That's what I was wondering about earlier today. My weird brain was like, do they know what the sun is?
They do know of the sun. There are legends of it in times past. However, I can safely say that none of them have ever seen it before, with the exception of the actual Vistani who can leave Barovia.
Use my tooth to tell Paige to come to my room at once and to bring Lily.
Ah. This is probably about the time Gowan was going to ask if I don't remember if Lily ever mentioned this in character, but he's going to mention it's like, so if we want to actually do any shopping, we should probably hurry up before the shops close for today.
I'd like to go shopping.
Shopping soon.
Shopping!
That's especially if Gowan heard me Lily talk about shopping today. I don't think he has in character. I don't know.
Lucius would also like to go shopping, but is getting dressed in his room.
Is he getting
Now,
dressed?
question is he getting dressed, and does he have both doors open from the bathroom when Mina is walking into the bedroom on the other side? That's
I
the
don't
question.
think so, because Mina did lock that door.
Good call, Mina.
Mina definitely locked the door that went to the bathroom from the girls' side so that nobody could accidentally go there. I remember that because she made a big show of it.
Lucius woke up in the bed. He knows which room is his.
Yeah, he
Never know.
can't go to the other one anyway. The door won't open.
I'm
He's
just
like,
saying,
this
a
is
lot
a
of
weird
people
door.
think that Lucius is a pervert, but he's just hitting on people. He's not actively doing anything about it.
I didn't say he was
Right,
a
but
pervert. It was funny
What
though.
if Mina come walking in and you are in the bathtub and the doors are all open? You don't know.
I mean, you probably would have done the pose, but that's irrelevant because the door's not open, so it doesn't matter.
I think the term is a JoJo stan.
Jesus Christ. I mean, Strahd von Sarvich. Anyway, Wilhelmina goes up to her room, says through the tooth, Paige, bring Lily up to my room immediately, just as Galen's saying we should go shopping.
In short, yes.
Paige still rebooting after the conversation upstairs and downstairs.
Reboot.
Felix.
Felix, you there?
Oh, yes, I'm here. Hi.
Welcome back.
The dial-up has worked.
What did I miss?
So you got talked to through the enchanted tooth.
Yes, it is I.
Wilhelmina. And she
wow.
said, bring Lily and come upstairs to my bedroom immediately. Just as Galen was saying, we should go shopping, and Lily was saying, yeah, we should totally go shopping.
Get some shoes.
I'm shoes.
These shoes are hot. They should suck. Too many shoes. Shut up.
And then Paige is gonna reach for the to like offer Lily for her hold hands, and she's gonna say, "I required Lily's presence for a moment before this."
Hey, Galen, here, hold on to her, and hands her the doll and says, "I'll be back."
Oh, okay.
Paige and Lily gonna go upstairs.
What does this doll look like?
A doll.
Wasn't it described with having too many legs?
Yeah, hold on, I can get you a picture and put it in the thing into the
That's a
Why do I not want to see this picture suddenly?
It's a perfectly reasonable number of legs. I don't know what you're talking about.
Definitely an appropriate number of legs. Here, let me make it bigger for you. Have a look. Isn't it beautiful? Isn't it wonderful? Won't you just love it when Lily learns enlarge and uses it on this particular doll?
Yeah, you know what?
I think that's a lovely amount of legs.
Yeah. Oh, that was on the table. Okay. I thought that was like part of the map, like a lamp or something.
Yeah, lamp. Sure.
Nope.
Well, I'm not super zoomed in on it. And my name was covering the top part of it.
He is beautiful.
She is
Are you guys upstairs yet? I gotta spill the tea.
That you're marrying the Burgermaster's son?
No, that's not in there yet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Slumber party, let's talk about boys.
Okay,
Oh,
what are we
God.
doing?
The doors.
Okay, great. So let me try to speak uninterrupted if possible. We'll see how this goes. The Burgermeister is dead. The new Burgermeister, his son, is now alive and is a drunkard and is willing to offer us what we hoped the original Burgermeister would offer, money, in exchange for protecting his daughter, the son's sister, who is needing transport into another area away from he who may not be named. And we have an appointment tomorrow at first dawn. The other Vestani don't know that I'm with you guys, so I thought that, well, I'd inform you, Lily, and then Paige, if you could go one by one and inform everyone that we have a meeting with the Burgermeister, and just not let them know that the one we originally had an appointment with is dead.
I see. I suppose they
This
would
is
not
like
know
the tale that
difference.
Faramir tells.
It is a bit much.
I suppose they would not know the difference, considering they've never met him in person.
Right.
This information you have gained, it is by your volition to inform them of it or not.
I just feel that our mission would be better suited if they were unaware of the recent transaction.
As you say.
Remember, I sent a letter to the Burger Man. I brought it to him the other day when we met everyone.
The old one or the new one?
I mean, he was alive then.
He was alive then.
Yes.
And Irina gave me these and pulls out 2 gold coins. She's nice.
Yes, we will be traveling with Irina. We will be transporting her to a safe location for payment from the new Burgermeister.
He's a little weird. But if he has monies, I guess we can help. And I'd like to help Irina. She's always been nice to me.
As you say. Well then, I will leave you two to speak, and I will go inform the boys.
I appreciate it. You can throughout the day. I know we do need to get supplies, especially as we are leaving tomorrow. Our appointment is first dawn. I wouldn't be surprised if he was late to that appointment, so I would seem that we could be as well.
I see. I shall relay this also.
Thank you.
She unlocks the door, steps out, closes it, and she's scoop and go deliver the message. Which I
Okay,
believe
great.
I forgot.
Shopping?
Shopping.
Shopping.
Shop.
Hey Mina, how's our project coming along?
Ikun Princessia is not yet available, but
Okay.
I'm working. I'm working on it.
Thank you.
Do not. Of course.
I'm gonna go see if Lucy's still naked.
Wait,
If you
what?
must.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, she does know. I was like, how does she know?
Lucius,
just
is
wanted
the
to
door
finish
locked?
There's a whole conversation I was a part of for that one. Duh.
She knocks.
Lucius at this point is fully clothed and goes on the door himself. And then
Lucy!
he sees Lily, picks her up. He's like, "How are you doing?"
I'm okay. I'm still not happy with Grayson, and I think we should decide what we want to do with him.
Oh my Holy shit!
Really? Grayson told me he was playing a game with you.
When?
A long time. And then in the bath for a long time.
What? I think he's a liar. Well, I know he's a liar, but I think he was lying to you.
I think he's a liar. Well, I know he's a liar. The freaking liar, dude.
It totally was
Like,
mine.
oh. Well, I think at one point, maybe you, me, Grayson, and then Jeannie, he says, knowing that's the way that Lily calls her. Have like a talk and figure this all out, because as much as Prudence is our friend, Grayson is our friend, and we should. I wanted to say Prudence, you know I did.
Yeah, but Grayson killed her.
Go ahead, Lucius.
Is
Explain.
Lily holding her noodle that
Oh, that's downstairs. Gallon is holding the doll because the doll is now keeping an eye on things for Lily.
Yeah, and Gallon's just a little bit unnerved by this doll.
Good, that's her purpose.
Lucius, go ahead and explain to the little girl why we should still be friends with a murderer.
I'm trying. Hold up. Adventuring is a very difficult life, and sometimes people do things that make others unhappy, but I think if we let him talk to us about it, we could understand his thinking, and maybe he won't be such a bad guy after all. Because sometimes adventuring is hard, and sometimes you do things you don't want to do and you don't like doing.
Yeah, but I mean, I didn't kill you guys, and he killed. I don't know what he's gonna say to make that okay.
Me either. I hope it's really good. Hey, I got him. I'm getting him the meeting. He has to figure some stuff out himself. I can't do everything.
So many. There's only so many things that a himbo dragonborn can help.
I know. There's only so much I can do. I'm trying really hard here.
Can we go shopping?
Shopping. I would love that. Lucius brings out his broken quarterstaff. He's like, I need a new one of these.
Yeah, and maybe it should be metal. 'Cause that one didn't do well against the axe.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe it's time we all get some upgrades.
Hey. And we don't have to invite Grayson. He can figure it out on his own. Come on, let's go!
Okay. But Lucius puts his hands on his snout, Grayson told me he was fixing things.
Grayson's a liar. Lily told you he's a liar.
He knows to follow and he's leaving notes to the jungle. But while this is all happening upstairs, Grayson does want to ask the bartender for a pitcher large enough to put a doll in. An empty pitcher.
Does he specifically say pitcher large enough to put a doll in?
Yes.
That is a very strange request, but okay. And he goes and gets one of the water pitchers they use to just put on the table in restaurants when you want to give patrons access to be able to pour their own water. He gives you the pitcher. It's actually still a little bit wet inside.
Thank you very much. I'll bring this back momentarily. And he takes the pitcher, and he
and this is before
walks
Lily,
on.
This is before Lily.
Yeah, before they come back downstairs.
Yeah.
Yeah. As soon as they left, this is what he did. The moment he saw them go upstairs.
This just gets better and better.
He goes over to where Galen is in this doll that is sitting on the table, and he takes the picture and puts it over the doll.
Is the doll sitting on the table, or is Galen holding the doll? Because I thought Lily gave it to Galen to hold.
No.
I let it sit on the table.
You
I
let
was just like, this is disturbing.
Okay. You go and you attempt to put the picture over top of the doll. Does that happen, Lily?
Yeah, the doll just sits there and lets it go over and just stays there unmoving.
Okay. Here's now a picture on top of the doll.
And Grayson will lean on it, and he leans over and looks at Galen, and
It's
he
not
whispers.
prudence, but it's still unnerving.
and he whispers, and he'll ask Galen what language Galen speaks.
Oh, let me find out. I think not much. Okay. I apparently know that. Common, Elvish, and Abyssal.
You
And he
speak
does,
Abyssal. Perfect.
and I whisper that because that's a very taboo language.
You speak Abyssal. Perfect. And he'll start whispering in Abyssal.
He looks very concerned at you now. I was like, why the fuck do you know this language?
I'm a monster hunter. Of course I know the language of monsters that need to be killed. Anyways, this doll is alive and is spying on me. But so that's why picture is on top of doll. So we can talk. Just so you know, I am willingly taking the blame for the whole doll fiasco. Because we all know that doll shouldn't be leaving that house or become part of this party. But it wasn't my idea. Just so you know, and I will let Lily blame me, and I will take the blame. But please don't help her in trying to kill me.
And Nocturna can just hear all this, right?
Nocturna can hear this, but it's all in Abyssal, and apparently you don't know Abyssal. I just had a quick look at your languages that you had on your sheet.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was thinking about deep speech.
But what it does sound like, the bits that you can hear at all, is like, it sounds like flowing lava and grinding stones.
Beautiful.
It's a very sizzly, very grindy kind of language. It's like...
And Galen would actually like kind of cover his mouth when he's speaking to, responding, and odd. I wouldn't be planning that, despite we nearly did kill each other when we first met. But no. Shit, I just lost train of thought. Whose idea was it then? And more importantly, why was it like done right in front of her? We could have tried to distract her.
I didn't think that far. I am not very good with children. I will not tell you whose idea it was, because that will be their own decision if they wish to tell you. But I'll take the blame. I am the cranky old man monster hunter. But we did it for the safety of the child.
Okay.
And during this whole conversation, Grayson is keeping an ear out for when they're coming down the stairs.
They had, since you did this as soon as they went up the stairs, there is going to be like a couple minutes before they come back down again. And Nocturna, this entire time, you get to listen to Abyssal behind you and Vistani in front of you. Nobody's speaking your language, man.
I picked bad languages.
I literally randomly, I saw the language chart, I didn't know what to pick, I rolled a die and landed on Abyssal.
That's fine.
But Christian is going to thank Galen for listening to him, and he's like, as long as everyone isn't trying to listen to the kid and trying to kill me, I'm perfectly fine with taking the blame. And but have a good day. And he will take the picture off the doll and walk back to his father.
Understood, but know that you're not being singled out here. Like, I agreed with the doll there. It's just not doing it right in front of her.
Like I said, I'm not great with children. I'm not great with people. I kill monsters. That's what I do. Right? People aren't my thing.
But
yeah.
it seems like we may be doing a little bit of shopping before the shops close up soon, so we should probably tell Nocturna that as well. Paige,
You're still in Abyssal.
Yeah. Not knowing where the conversation can turn. Yeah.
Question for Aaron: can you check your DM real quick?
Sure.
Or maybe avoiding names that could be understood even in other languages. Everyone else. He would have said it. Tell everyone else too. But
The answer is yes.
Okay. Could you actually imagine that though? You just hear Lily.
Prudence.
Grayson.
And then my favorite is Nocturna.
Nocturna getting paranoid. Fuck, I shacked up with demons.
Not sure if it's in his head or not.
Not again.
And Infernal is different than Abyssal?
Yes, Infernal and Abyssal are different. So just quick background for you, because you're new to D&D, so you wouldn't know this. And actually some of the more veteran players, depending on how deep they delved into it, might not know this. But, like, fiends and devils and demons are not all technically from the same race or origin. So there's abyssal and then there's fiendish, and they don't all come from the same place, the same plane even.
above game, Abyssal is from the Abyss and Infernal is from the Nine Hells, right?
Yep.
Primarily. And Abyssal is more like fiends, and where the Abyss the Nine Hells is more so devils and demons, and devils, and then Abyss is demons and fiends, if I remember correctly.
I haven't gotten too far into reading the module that y'all were so gracious to buy me on Avernus, so I don't know yet. I do know that there's a lot of different fucking races of devils and demons, and some of them used to be like living mortal souls, and then they turned into other things when they got to the places that they got sent to, and it's a lot, you guys. It's a fucking giant hierarchy, and there were wars, and then there's still wars technically, and it's just a whole shit show, man.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, Abyssal's not the same.
Okay. But back to what we were doing, Grayson will be like, yeah, I will of course follow, and you can invite Nocturna. I'm going to take this picture off this wall now. I'm going to take this picture off this doll before Lily comes downstairs, and I'm going to return it to the lovely bartender. But this doll has ears and walks and talks and spies on people and crawls like a spider. It's weird.
Great to know.
And, yeah, so
That kid is
so-
very strange and something very
yeah.
unnerving about her as well, but she seems sweet if you don't get on her bad side. And I'm trying
smells
to
like
avoid that.
She smells like popcorn. I always hear sounds of carnival music and some other smell that I can't quite put my finger on.
Yeah. There's a weird thing earlier today when we were looking at those scrolls.
But
A very weird vibe from her, but I don't know.
Only my character can
probably don't
understand this. Wait, it's still an abyssal, right?
yes.
Yeah.
But I don't think I have much time left, so I'm gonna go back to where I was.
Okay.
And he'll take the picture off, and then walk away.
And as you're walking
Gallant.
away is about when Paige comes down the staircase. Wilhelmina isn't down yet, neither is Lily or Lucius, but Paige comes down the staircase at that time.
I roll.
Walk past Paige with a picture, turns and hands it back to the bartender. You might want to wash that out first. Thank you.
I rolled a 14 perception. I want to just quickly scan the room, see if who could have heard that conversation or took notice of that conversation.
So the three ladies in the corner are still conversing amongst themselves in Vistani and do not appear to have paid you any mind. Nocturna looks very confused. Arik, the bartender, is passive as always, his face blank and devoid of any indication of whether he heard you or not. He was polishing glasses. And as Grayson comes over and gives him the empty pitcher, he kind of arches the brow quizzically, but takes it gingerly in two fingers and kind of walks into the back to go wash it as per suggested. And now the doll is staring at you, and you're not entirely sure it was in that position when the pitcher went on it. Anyway, yeah.
Right.
Paige just came down the staircase.
Yeah, Paige is... She doesn't really have a goal right now. She
was gonna...
Oh yeah, she does. Yeah, delivering messages. I guess she'd start with Grayson, and then relay it to Nocturna, and then relay it to Galen after.
Lucius is with this group, but no one has told him anything about the thing.
And Lucius eventually when he comes downstairs.
Yeah. Which happens a couple of minutes later.
Yeah, I don't remember what the message was. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I know you're not feeling so hot. You just lay down and chill, okay?
Yeah. Good. But she does deliver the message in common.
I'm sure Nocturna is very grateful for that.
Oh yes, thank you. I can finally understand what is happening around me.
I don't know. He's had a lot of wine. Does he?
That's a good.
Paige kind.
You know
Paige
what?
kind of cocks her head at Nocturna. Is like, "What do you mean?"
I'm alive.
Roll a Constitution saving throw, actually, Nocturna, because I haven't really stopped drinking, so.
Nocturna, I'm alive. DM, are you sure about that roll Constitution?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
actually really good. You should fucking going through wine like it's water, tipsy but not sloshed.
He's literally God.
And literally drink anyone under the table.
If you kill Strahd,
He's like
God.
he's like reverse Jesus. He drinks the wine, it turns to water in his system.
That's a good one.
That's the talent I picked.
Reverse Jesus is the best talent.
Sorry. Somebody referred to their friend like that in voice chat at one point, and I fucking lost my shit.
Rightly so. But anyway, yeah, y'all come downstairs. I believe the message that Paige was relaying was, "Let's go shopping."
That
Thought it was also meeting tomorrow.
Oh yeah, meeting
there's a
tomorrow at the Burgermaster's house at dawn. Also, dude might be late because he was drunk as a skunk.
yes, and that we should go shopping and get ourselves prepared before then.
Get yourselves all gussied up. Get some new threads.
Maybe a cloak that doesn't smell like wolf piss.
It's been cleaned once or twice.
I'm pretty sure that Wilhelmina prestidigitated the shit out of that.
I'm considering putting Paige in a new dress. I'm gonna have to draw that. Fuck.
You don't have to do it right now, though. The drawing part, anyway.
Oh my god, if you get someone that wasn't peed on by a wolf, then we're actually gonna have to learn Nocturna's name.
He's Wolf Boy forever. Hashtag forever Wolf Boy.
Hashtag forever wolf boy.
Hashtag peas.
Hashtag lizard wolf.
Lizard wolf.
Anyway. You relay this information. What are y'all doing?
Lucius has Lily on his shoulders as he's like, shopping!
Yep, going for the shops that I was told about.
No, Trent's gonna down the rest of his wine and then follow him out.
Paige is putting Nocturne on his shoulder because he seems like a sad boy right now.
Gal will pick up the doll and wait for Lily to pass to hand it back to her. It's like, are you ready? And ask her, ready to go shopping?
And then is holding the doll and just kind of like, so what happened while I was upstairs?
Galen came to talk to me for a little bit, and then, or Grayson came to talk to me for a little bit. But nothing much. Grayson asked me, wanted to tell me some things, but that's about it.
What did they say, Miriam?
And then I guess, probably Lucy is going to be walking outside and Lily's going to be talking to Miriam.
Yep. Lucy walks outside with Lily on his shoulders and Lily's holding Miriam as she converses with the doll about what it had learned.
Also, Lucy, this is Miriam.
Oh, hi Miriam. Lucius takes like a good
Did
look.
Lucy get to see the enlarged token of Miriam?
I don't know. I don't think so. Here, let's give him that pleasure.
What the fuck?
That's nice. That's cute.
That's the reaction I wanted.
Okay, guys, hot take. Better than Prudence.
Oh, okay.
Very hot take.
But better than
Very
Prudence.
hot take.
All right, ranking now. What on the scale for Onion?
Onion's actually cute though, isn't he? Is this like Onion's a teddy bear, ain't he?
It's
No,
a
he's a doll with
an
a
onion
giant
for a
head.
Yeah,
A what for a head?
onion for a head.
Oh.
I mean, I also have the doll that I originally have drawn in my character drawing.
Yup. There's a lot of dolls. We need to get a bag of holding just for dolls.
Bag of dolls.
Bag of dolls.
Bag of teeth? No. Bag of dolls.
Bag of dolls.
I just looked at your full art for Lily. That doll almost looks like the dolls in the movie 9.
Oh, that was a good movie.
Fucking love that movie, dude.
I was more so
Puppet Master.
voodoo doll.
I wouldn't say voodoo, but they were more like they have a word. They have a word.
Ragdoll?
I think that's the word. I think it's kind of like a rag doll is what it actually is.
Well, anyway, you're not shopping for dolls. Well, maybe some of you are. But yeah, you go ahead and you head over to the other map. Boop.
Also, on the way over, Lily gets a little quiet. Just heads up.
Oh no, does she understand that entire conversation?
I mean, she did just cast Comprehend Languages.
Yeah, but that's on her, not the doll.
The familiar who knows all the
Oh,
languages
God damn it.
Lily knows.
Oh no.
There's a reason you put a picture over the doll.
She did a 14 perception though.
With, I don't know, maybe that would have been disadvantage? I don't know. I don't know if you did roll it with disadvantage or not.
It was not rolled with disadvantage, but it did have a slightly higher DC because you did put a picture over it. But they did make the DC. They know what you said.
Well, we don't know that.
Nope.
Nope.
And I didn't say whose ideal it was. I
That's accurate.
specifically didn't give a name.
You specifically did not give a name. That is noted.
Suspicious.
Dun, dun,
Just
dun.
someone in the party had this idea and didn't tell Lily. And Gallon said that he would have done the same thing, that he didn't like Prudence. And Grayson said he didn't like Prudence.
I specifically said it was for the safety of the child that we got rid of Prudence.
Okay. And?
Anyway,
That,
y'all are going.
that is what.
Where did Marie tell me to go?
Right here.
Okay, I'm going there.
Excellent.
Paige is gonna stick by Lily and keep her safe while shopping.
Excellent. Hold on 1 second. Let me get you over to the shopping map.
And she's probably gonna find a new dress so she doesn't look quite as creepy. She has at least some sense of how she appears. She just couldn't do a whole lot about it fighting monsters before. Shopping map. Woo!
Shopping map.
Shopping, 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 shopping.
It's so pretty.
Welcome to Bill Draft's Mercantile.
Bill Jax?
Bill Draft.
Drath.
Dwath.
Giraffe. Got it.
Giraffe. Bill the giraffe.
Weapons. Lucius actually says that. And then he goes to Lily's like, "What do you need to buy, little one?"
I need rope.
That's not creepy.
Does she say it while staring at Grayson or Gallon?
She says it while staring at her doll.
Excellent. So anyway, you guys walk into this shop. It is very, very well lit, actually. You see torch sconces on practically every point in the wall where there could be one. And they are quite brightly lit, even in this sort of daytime atmosphere. There is a short, squat man sitting behind the desk. He is slightly balding in patchy areas along his scalp in a very unfortunate fashion, and he has a salt and pepper mustache. Um, a large ledger book is in front of him, and he's currently counting coins onto a what looks like a weight system to his right. And he looks up as you come in, kind of furrowing his brow a bit at Lucius and drawing back his chair actually as he stares at him and slowly starts reaching for something behind the desk.
Sir, I do want to mention that we are accompanied by someone who is cursed. We have been referred to you by Marie. Young sir, please, there is nothing to worry.
Go ahead and roll persuasion for me.
Yes.
It is a curse of appearance, not of temperance. Page will add.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
Yep.
Huh?
Be right back.
Someone back me up.
I mean,
I tried.
Paige did. Paige roll persuasion.
Can I try?
Yes, you
I
can.
do not have the ability to do that at this time. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's right. I can do that for you.
I'm sorry, who are we trying to persuade? I lost the ability to hear you guys for a little bit again.
The shop.
The guy behind the counter.
Yeah. You're trying to persuade
So-
him that Lucius isn't a danger to him and others.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
forgot.
he was eyeing Lucius and then started reaching for something underneath the counter.
Yeah, and Wilhelmina tried to head him off by giving the name that she had been said to give to get a better price on some items as a way to try to persuade the dude that they were on the level and not trying to.
Wait, I think I have something I can do.
Kill everyone.
I was gonna say, does he get advantage for having a little girl on his shoulders? But then I was like, he probably also gets disadvantage for running in going, weapons! So, I mean...
Yeah, that even
I will also roll.
Okay.
He would have tried to step up like, this is true.
Can I roll... Okay, can I roll intimidation?
You can. Hold on. Okay, let's do this in order. So...
Yeah, I'll let them...
First, no, time out. So firstly, Wilhelmina said her piece, and then just after that happened, Paige said her piece before I asked for persuasion rolls even happened. So she had her persuasion, Wilhelmina rolled a 1, and then Paige had her persuasion, she rolled an 8. And then when we saw that Nocturna asked if he could help, so he is technically the next role in this batch. So Nocturna, what are you doing to help?
I'm going to attempt to roll...
I fell to the ground after I said all that, and that didn't help things.
Persuasion, yeah, net 1.
Yeah, fainted dead away with no couch in sight. Anyway, Nocturna, go ahead.
I'm going to roll intimidate, and if it works, since he's at the back of the line, since he's at the back of the line here, he's gonna briefly make his face look like Lucius's, like he's got the disease too, and then go back to normal.
Okay. So is that all you do to try to intimidate him? Is make the face look like that?
And wink.
Okay, that's definitely intimidating. The dude turns white as a sheet and starts scrambling with something behind the desk, and he like grasps what looks like a club with slightly spiky bits attached to it, and he's kind of shaking as he brandishes it now that he's seen somebody else morph his face into a giant lizard man. Yeah, he's intimidated, all right. He's fucking terrified. All right.
I don't think Gallon even saw that, and like walks up, seeing him pant.
Gallon, hold
Great.
on.
Oh, that's right.
Grayson was the next person in line.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Grayson is actually going.
You're cutting out.
Can you hear me a little better now?
Yes.
Okay. Grayson is actually going to very politely, I already persuasion up there, mention that, I am sorry, I know they're a bit disfigured and kind of scary and worrying. I am, myself a monster hunter, clearly not from your lands, and he kind of points to the patch on his shoulder. He doesn't know if this lands recognize the symbol of a blood hunter, but hoping they do. And he goes, I can very much vouch for the fact that they are very cursed.
They're very good.
And not Mongol thing.
He does not seem to recognize the patch, but you do notice that the grip he has on the club steadies a little bit. He hasn't lowered it, but he isn't shaking like a leaf as much anymore. All right, Galen, your turn.
And seeing his panic expression, I was like, "Ooh, it's true." He raises his hands up. It's true. It's true. He is an old friend of mine. His name was Leo, but which cursed him with scales and with the draconic name of Lucius. And that is what has happened years ago, and has never been able to cure it.
So that's a
Uh,
full-on lie. So I'm gonna need you to roll deception instead of persuasion because there was not enough
okay.
truth in there, like there
Man.
sort of was in the other ones.
Paige is
Okay,
gonna
where's
jerk a
deception?
thumb. Paige is gonna jerk a thumb over in Lucius's direction and assure the shopkeeper, "Don't worry, if he tries anything, I will murder him. For you."
Okay, you can say that after Galen goes,
Fucking
oh
hell.
fuck.
Now a
We
fucking
should
die
maybe
can
do
roll
this
over a
into
10 for
anything
me
so
in
face does
any.
that.
I've rolled 10 different dice today.
Alright, his eyes are darting left and right and back and forth between the lot of you. He does not seem very trusting of any of you, and he says, alright. Let's let the monster speak for himself. What say you, weird thing?
Yeah, Lucius did not know any of this was happening, so he turns very confused and is like, and sees the thing in his hands. He's like, oh shit. He goes to his knees, puts his hands up like he's getting arrested, and is like, I've been cursed like this for years. I understand. I'm used to this. Sometimes I forget myself. I apologize. I mean no harm. And he's like on his knees with his hands up.
We're gonna make that
Yeah,
one.
he has
We have
Lily on his
money.
shoulders. He has Lily on his shoulders, and Paige kind of glares over at him and says, "Stop brandishing the child."
She's having a horsey
Lily
ride
hopped
now. It's
Lily hopped
fine.
off.
Okay.
Lily hopped off of Lucius' shoulders, and so he's just like on the ground.
Oh yeah, she
On the
did say that in
ground.
chat. Alright,
And then he starts saying, I'm not resisting.
okay. Alright, so this one's gonna be persuasion because you did say that you mean no harm, and that was the truth, even if the part about you being cursed wasn't. So we'll make this one persuasion.
He didn't say anything about being cursed. He said that he's been like this for a long time.
True.
Which
Okay.
is completely
Yeah.
true.
That's even more persuasion. Go ahead.
Let's go!
Dude eyes you for a very long time, especially after the fucking stunt Nocturna pulled.
What?
But he eventually lowers the club back down under the desk, but you can see he still has a hand on it. He's watching you warily. And he says, fine. Pick out your wares, pay for them promptly, and then get the fuck out of my shop.
I understand. And then, actually, I'm going to, because I have the cloak of protection on, so I'm going to use a bit of the cloak to like make a hood and try to hide my face a little bit. And then I'm gonna go to the guys like, is this better? Is this worse? I'd rather see my face.
Oh boy. Well, give Lucius fashion advice, guys.
Nocturne is gonna kind of look at him, wink, and then kiss the air.
Better.
Better? Okay.
You-
Lucius gonna
you
do
now
that.
look-
Try to hide his face from me.
You now look cursed and untrustworthy.
I think he
Looking
was pretty
good,
much
G.
untrustworthy to begin with, according to the dude.
Lucius is gonna walk up to the shopkeeper, like, do you happen to have, like, a mask or something I can use to hide my curse?
Kind of just leaning back and away from you. I have muzzle, is same thing, right?
Oh.
Lucius is not gonna punch him in the face. Lucius is not gonna punch him in the face. I'm like, no, you know what? I think I'm good. And then he starts going to the weapons table.
Paige is gonna approach the dude and shopkeep and just lean forward slightly and ask, "How is the dental health of the town in general?"
What do you... I don't look at people's mouths. What? Are you threatening
I know
me?
I know in some poor communities, when people require teeth, they will come to shops sometimes. If you do not peddle in these wares, then fine, just say no.
Trying to sell the teeth.
Are you asking if I sell teeth?
I'm asking if you are willing to buy teeth.
He looks thoughtful for a moment, looks over at this table right here, which is, at a glance, seems to be full of ingredients one would use for various potions or spell components. Looks back at you. Are they good teeth? Good quality teeth?
Can
No
you
cavity?
gotta take out the bag of holding and open it slightly and allow, like, I don't know, a cup full of teeth out on the table and then close it?
He picks up one
Inspect
of the teeth, and he puts on this little, kind of looks almost like a monocle, but when he twists it, like extends, so he could view the tooth closer, and you can see his eye go kind of bug-eyed as he twist. Corner by cuspid, slightly pointed, kind of animalistic. Could be from human, could be from lichen. Who knows? No cavity.
Does the
Good
tooth have
quality.
gingivitis?
Gingivitis is in gums, fool! Can't expect monsters to know things anyway. Slight yellowish tinge. I give you 1 copper per 10 teeth.
Do you have several barrels empty?
What?
What?
Answer the question. Do you have several empty barrels?
I mean, probably.
What is your maximum on teeth?
Probably the downstairs in the storage, maybe?
Paige holds up the bag.
I mean, that isn't going to fill a barrel.
Stares at him.
What are you doing?
Flips bag upside down.
Do it. You know you want to.
She brings the bag to the desk, to the table, and just allows them to pour out slowly. And she's gonna wait until he realizes that it's not stopping.
It takes about 30 seconds before he bolts up from the chair, presses his back to the wall, and proceeds to scream, mouth wide open, eyes even wider, and starts clawing at the wall behind him in an effort to escape the teeth. And that's where we're gonna end for the evening.
Oh my god.
I
You know
honestly
what?
thought he'd have that reaction to my face, not the teeth.
You guys, I thought that no one could top what Nick did to that inn, but you know, I was wrong.
You underestimated Felix.
So we get to loot the place instead.
I mean, that depends on how this shit goes. Next, we'll see you in 2 weeks.
I'm like talking about the most fucked up intimidation ever.
What?
Here are 10,000 teeth out of this tiny bag.
But anyway, thank you everybody thank you everybody out there who was watching tonight. We greatly appreciate it. We will see you again on Barovian Nights Curse of Strahd on the next Straddy Daddy Sunday in about 2 weeks' time. And until then, you can catch us this Wednesday possibly for Frozen Sick, unless allergies completely wreck my shit, as they've been doing lately. Thankfully, I was able to expunge them a bit today, thank God. But yeah, you can join us on Wednesday for Frozen Sick, possibly on Thursday for Mist Cutter, or as we like to call it, Cursed Dieland. We still have to finish up that one shot. And definitely on Friday for Dragons, also maybe Dungeons. We will be doing the B Crew that day because we did miss the past Friday because of unforeseen circumstances. But we will see you this coming Friday. And then possibly on Sunday again for some fun in space with rats. Because everybody else is irrelevant except for the rats, honestly. But anyway, from those of us here at Barovian Nights, we wish you good night, and also be sure to brush your teeth before bed. All 5 million of them. Good night.
Good night.
Avita saying.
Buenas noches.